All right, what's up, y'all? So I have another very important piece of content that I need you to listen to or watch. And this is probably the most important piece of content that I've shared from someone else up to this point. I was talking to a buddy of mine this morning, and we both listen to, watch, get our information from the same sources, and we were just blown away by it. It's an amazing interview, and I told him, I said, I feel compelled to share this with the people that I care about. Do you agree? And he was like, absolutely. This is one of those pieces that you have to. Even though it seems like why is a guy like myself that's focusing on health and nutrition sharing some information like this? It's because it is leverage for you and us to do what it is that we need to do for our own personal self-reliance. That means focusing on our health and our nutrition and the health and nutrition of our families and the people that we care about and cultivating communities. It's one of the reasons that I'm so honored to be a part of what it is that we're doing here together. It is more important now than ever to be awake to what it is that's happening in the world, because things are happening really, really fast. Okay, so just hang with me. This is an interview by Beck, and I am not political at all. I don't watch the news. I get my news information from trusted sources. I do remember, way back, 10, 15 years ago when I used to watch Fox News and Bill O'Reilly, Beck was one of their reporters. And so what I'm trying to say here is, if you have an aversion to politics, if you have an aversion to Fox, if you have an aversion to even Beck specifically, don't throw the bacon out with the bacon grease, because this is an amazing interview. In this interview, he interviews author Whitney Webb. I've been following her for a little bit. She just released a couple of books called One Nation Under Blackmail, Parts 1 and 2. They're in my wish list. I haven't gotten them yet. I'm really excited to read them. And in these books, she very well documented, she reveals the relationship between the world's most powerful countries and intelligence agencies and organized crime. So in this interview, you may hear some names and terms and phrases that pop up that you're familiar with, and even if you don't, just hang in there. So things like Jeffrey Epstein, the FBI, the WEF, World Economic Forum, elitist, transhumanism, and then she provides some solutions, okay? Because I like that Beck actually asked her, what is it that we can do at a personal level, right? So things like taking as much responsibility as you can away from the convenience system and bringing it back to yourself. Start thinking about how you can feed yourself and your family and take care of yourself and your family, take care of your community, cultivate a community. She says that we've outsourced our needs, our most basic needs and convenience to these corporations that basically want to enslave us and make money off of us. We have to start, and we've said this before, okay? We have to start producing locally. We have to start sourcing locally. That's something all of us can try to focus on to some degree. This system that we're a part of and that wants to benefit from us does not have our best interest at heart. It is not just against our freedom and our values. Look at what's happening to the planet. It's against the world. It's against life. It's against all the resources that are available here. And it's dividing us with these dumb arguments that are pitting us against each other and making us lose focus of what's really happening and what things are really being lost. So it really feels like there's a fight between good and evil, and it's epic times. But I agree with Whitney when she says stop looking to social media and TV for leadership or for leaders or for information, and start looking to your neighbor and the people close to you and your families and your community, because it's the way that this changes. It's going to be a grassroots movement. It has to be, okay? More and more people are waking up to this information. I'm so happy to see it getting some mainstream publicity, and I know that you're going to pull some great value from it. So as always, questions, comments, feedback, even snide remarks, you can send it my way. I care about you guys. I really do, okay? Keep it real.